Also, I'm going to read something. I'm going to share something with you about yeast infections and yeast as it relates to sex. So, genital yeast infections, and this is from the British Medical Journal, 1972. It says male alcohol intake plays a vital role in some female health problems. So for all of you men that like to blame your women for their yeast infections and for certain issues, I'm about to shut you down right now, okay? Granted, it could be the woman because maybe she has too much yeast inside of her. But men who drink beer or drink excessive alcohol or have a lot of grain, sugar, and yeast production, they maintain a skin fungal condition that can be transmitted during sex. These fungi remain dormant in the male exterior. This is not something that you can look on the man's penis and see. It remains dormant in the male exterior dermis where the temperature is 70 to 80 degrees. Once a 99-degree mucous membrane tissue is involved, the vagina, the heat, the sauna, this location is involved, they seem to activate and proliferate within a few days, sometimes weeks. Yeast/fungus may mobilize to the female reproductive tract, causing widespread damage, including endometriosis, vaginal yeast infections, painful intercourse, and bladder infections. Information for the men. This is also in the same British Medical Journal, 1972, 461. Male prostate issues are also linked with fungi infections. It's reported in several scientific journals. Once fungus is transplanted to the host and activates, the male is undoubtedly infected, not on the skin, but the urethra and the male reproductive tract. The urethra passes directly through the prostate, which is exposed during sex. Exposed during sex. If bread swells by adding heat and moisture, then the prostate gland can swell, which will lead to infertility, and in the woman, miscarriage, menstrual problems, cysts, false pap smears, etc. Fungus becomes parasitic once inside the human body. You understand? So men with prostate issues, alcohol consumption, or, oh, I took my board away, or yeast from rice, breads, and grains that later become alcohol due to the fermentation of the yeast in the body, that can also add to prostate issues. Gentlemen, we have to keep the prostate clean. We have to keep it healthy. We have to keep the circulation going by any means necessary. A lot of men are out here taking out their prostates, getting prostate cancer. There's no need for that. We just have to minimize what we're doing. Or fast. Start fasting. Do a green juice fast for a couple days a month. You could start your month off with a 3-day juice fast. Unless you have some type of serious medical issue, then you're going to have to go ask your doctor if you're even capable of doing that. Also, so this was something interesting that I read. It says a baker's yeast is used to produce glycerol. This is the ingredient in the manufacture of explosives. Baker's yeast is used to produce glycerol, an ingredient that manufactures explosive. What else does yeast do? Yeast is used to make bread. So if the same energy was harnessed to make a 40-pound loaf of bread, fueled with, it's called shrapnel, it's fragments from a bomb or metal, the ability to expand would accelerate, and then boom. Now let's think about this. If a fungus can produce an explosive, it can produce something as simple as a lump in the breast, under the arm, in the uterus, on the prostate. You're using yeast to produce a chemical called glycerol to manufacture explosive. If yeast has the capacity to do that, what can it do in a human body that's all soft tissue aside from a couple of hard things such as the teeth? We have to think about these things.